My name is Evan, and I'm very honored today to have this opportunity to share with you my Young Scholar Award project titled A Walk to Remember, Measuring Objective Walkability with Environmental Considerations in Hong Kong. So to begin with, walking is one of the most essential human activities, and it has been a long-standing challenge in the field of urban planning and design. However, local studies on walkability are very limited, mostly subjective, and focus more on transport aspects only. So, to support better research as well as policy and decision making, I believe that we should need more objective studies on walkability, as well as taking into account environmental aspects as well. So, I've designed a conceptual model with reference to a recent local study that evaluated walkability in terms of connectivity, proximity to destinations, and diversity of facilities only. So to increase the comprehensiveness of the model, the diversity of land use mix is measured instead, while the population density is added. However, it is important to recognize that environmental factors greatly contribute to the walkability of pedestrian road, especially in Hong Kong. So we might enjoy taking a walk in air-conditioned malls of Mong Kok or Tsim Sha Tsui, but not so much in outdoor roads, especially during the hot and humid summer. Therefore, I propose to include 4 environmental-related variables, which are air quality, noise, greenness, and urban heat island effects. So based on this conceptual model, the 3 research questions are developed, and they are shown as follows. So first, what is the improvement of the walkability score with the inclusion of environmental factors? Second, what are the characteristics or patterns of different districts or new towns in Hong Kong? And third, which variables has the strongest impact on walkability? So this study will feature the entire Hong Kong region as the study area, and the data collected will be web scraping, and then the geospatial data from the common spatial data infrastructure portal developed by the government, as well as some raw data and government reports for further processing. So the 3D pedestrian network is the core of this analysis developed by the Lands Department, and mainly ground-level roads will be analyzed in this analysis. So connectivity, here we are measured by intersection density. So population density is calculated using the 2021 census. Diversity of land use is calculated using the 2021 land use utilization map. And then proximity to 10 types of facilities is evaluated using a predetermined distance and weight, and the score of 0 to 10 is generated. Air quality is represented by combining concentrations of nitrogen dioxide, PM10 and PM2.5. Noise due to traffic is estimated using traffic volume, vehicle speed, vehicle profile, and distance from the road. And greenness and urban heat island effects are both obtained by geoprocessing the Landsat 8 imagery. So this is some detailed calculations. And then finally, we'll combine all the 8 variables in forming a composite index with a range of 1 to 10. So by comparing the composite index with and without the inclusion of the environmental factors, we see that there's a significant difference. So without the environmental factors, roads in urban areas are considered more walkable as they have better access to facilities, more diverse land use, more facilities, as also more human activities, whereas those in rural areas will generally have more poor performance. The spatial difference in roads in urban areas is not significant as well. By including the environmental factors, the walkability in both rural and urban areas can be assessed more accurately. So let's take a look at some more examples, and perhaps we can start with the Kowloon Peninsula. So in the unadjusted model, roads have excellent to moderate walkability with little variation spatially. And after we adjust for the environmental factors, a more diverse spatial pattern emerged, and the walkability ranged from good to poor. Another example will be the Yunlong district, which is coming next, where most of the roads will have low walkability after the adjustment because of the below average facilities coverage and a poor environmental setting. So these two examples briefly shows the importance of evaluating walkability of roads by both functional and environmental performances. Next, we'll look at the walkability at the district level. So Southern District, Eastern District, and Wan Chai District are shown as the most walkable district, while the CHEUNG District is least walkable. We further refined it to a block level, and we observed that the abundant hiking trails in the central and western parts of Hong Kong Island greatly contributes to its overall high walkability. Meanwhile, the CHEUNG district largely suffered from the container terminal and the logistic land use at the southern area with little human activities, facilities, and an undesirable environment. As for the 13 new towns in Hong Kong, Ma On Shan is considered as the most walkable, while Hong Shui Kiu is considered as least walkable, probably because it's still in development. And then radar charts of each district profile is generated to visualize their performance in all aspects. So districts with a T shape or plus shape will tend to have a better functional performance, while those with an X shape will tend to have a better environmental performance. So overall, districts with different profile with one another, and once again, this emphasizes the importance of having a balanced development instead of specializing in either functional or environmental aspects only. So meanwhile, we have the profiles for the new town as well, which is coming up next. And then, yeah, so we can see that it's quite different from what we've shown for the district, where it can be showing that they have more balanced and comparable development. So this might suggest that new town designs in Hong Kong are actually very workable and help to achieve more livable and sustainable communities. So finally, we fitted the multiple linear regression model, and we identified greenness as the more influential variable. So more consideration should be given to greenness when we design about the road. So talking about the strength and limitation, this study actually used a large amount of up-to-date publicly available data to analyze and visualize the walkability of ground-level roads in Hong Kong with both functional and environmental consideration. The model can be further strengthened with the use of more high-quality data, and then we can even apply wages to make it more comparable. And then perceived walkability may also be incorporated in the future development to help formulate more effective decision and policy-making processes. So in conclusion, the study demonstrates the importance of environmental variables in walkability analysis in a high-density compact city like Hong Kong. In particular, reviewing and expanding the existing local master plan can greatly contribute to the walkability of Hong Kong. So some issues of current Hong Kong spatial infrastructure are actually identified during the process of the data collection and analysis. So we see there's a need for continual improvement in the availability and accuracy of the spatial data, so to encourage more public engagement and support our smart city development. So, and in future, we believe that research should take a more comprehensive approach to analyze the issue of walkability. So last but not least, I would like to once again thank Esri China Hong Kong for providing me with such a great opportunity to share my work with you today. And then I believe that with more greenness and improvement in our built environment, I'm sure we can all enjoy our work and have a more memorable experience that is a walk to remember. So thank you very much.